I sexually identify as Michael Jackson. My pronouns are...
Would you call yourself a feminist?
That's a tough question.
No.
The definition just means that people are equal.
I like how the one in the green beanie's even confused, like, people are equal? I don't know.
Equality of treatment, equality of legal protections, equality in pay.
Look at the top of his head!
Like to use the phrasing, women and men are equal, because it's an erasure of non-binary folks.
It's a term that seems to have a weird amount of baggage these days.
Yeah, I call myself a feminist.
Just that President Trudeau just comes out of nowhere on a YouTube video, just really made me laugh. Yeah, but you're not really a feminist though, are you, President Tuna? Because President Trudeau's been a bit of a naughty boy this week. Blackface. Not to worry though, boys. Your Canada's next election is happening very soon, so we can all put this behind us very shortly. Hey guys, President Trudeau here. If we can hit 20,000 likes, I'll do a part 2 on why I'm a feminist.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. I'm definitely a feminist.
I'd say no.
Just because I don't know enough about the movement.
Sexist pig.
If you're not a feminist, then what are you? Like, doesn't make sense. It's just silly not to be. It's like, oh, I don't want to respect people? Okay.
If you're not a feminist, what are you? Normal?
Triggered.
Why have I got to name myself something or follow some kind of a cult to respect people? No, I just respect people because I was brought up correctly. Whatever, mate. So anyway, quickly before we get into today's video, if you can make sure to leave this video a like, also make sure to hit that bell notification because some of the videos haven't been sending out properly recently. Thanks, YouTube. Great work. Or come and follow me on Discord where I post every video the second it comes out. Also be nice to chat to some of you over there. There'll be a link down in the description for that. Now, in today's video, mate, we're going to be looking at this video called Why Gender Pronouns Matter. They don't, but and judging by the dislike to like ratio, I'm pretty sure most people are aware of this. 15,000 dislikes. My God. Go on then, let's have a listen, see what they got to say.
Just because I may present more femme doesn't mean that I'm any less they, them.
What are you saying? When did this world become so complicated? Them, they, who, where, me, missing? What are they on about? Kill me.
You know what, that thing where you're eating a meal, but you're not really eating a meal, you're just kind of picking at food on the counter. My family and I were doing that one night, and I just kind of looked at them and said, hey guys, I'm non-binary.
I'm going to be honest with you. Now, I completely forgot what the term non-binary even meant. It's been a while. So I typed it up on Google and it gave this as a reference on what it meant.
Not relating to, composed of, or involving just two things. Aristotelian ontology is non-binary on the second level in that it allows for degrees of being.
Very blunt, I still had no idea, so I typed up for a YouTube video just to get, a bit of a better understanding, as I'm sure this person's parents had to do when she said that. I know, I said she. Shocking. You'll see how many people got triggered by that, by how many dislikes I have on this video. Anyway, even when watching this video, the woman in the video had to clarify that she wasn't being sexist because she was using colours such as blue or pink.
I'm not using blue and pink and purple to be reductive. I'm doing it because I'm trying to make what can be a really big and complicated idea into something simpler and more easy to understand.
What the hell is wrong with people? People are now literally getting offended at colours. Guys, I don't know about you, but this is so me when someone mentions the colour blue. Yeah! Epic.
I don't have a gender.
In my opinion, gender is a universe. It is a broad spectrum of planets and stars and sky that truly cannot be contained into a binary.
Okay, I don't know where you studied, but clearly your student tuition was clearly wasted and you made the wrong choice by getting a student loan out if that's what you learned. Gender is something to do with space and time.
Planets and stars.
You're retarded.
Gender is something you are given by the doctor when you are born because that's how life works. Pretty simple stuff, I know. Not because time and space and there's so many different ones and there's billions of different... No.
My pronouns are they, them, theirs, and that's a non-negotiable. And they were all kind of like, okay.
I think one of the main reasons pronouns are so important is because other than our name, it's one of the main ways that people identify and call us.
My pronouns are personally very important to me. Growing up, enculturated into kind of a system that really subscribes to toxic masculinity, I was always uncomfortable with being called dude, you know, what's up, man. I was so bad at dapping people up, like, you know how like guys like do that whole like that thing. I was so bad at that, and it just like I felt very alienated every time someone would do that to me.
I think you should worry less about being called dude and man and dapping people up, and maybe be a bit more concerned that you have a massive paperclip in your fucking ear. I don't know, that just looks a little bit more concerning to me than being worried to be called man or dude. And to be quite honest, I really couldn't be bothered what my friends called me.
When someone identifies with a pronoun, they're essentially taking their little piece of that broad universe and identifying with that. And so in using their correct pronouns, we're validating that, yes, you are right in your identity and you are important and we're respecting you.
Honestly, when I hear this girl talk, all I hear is white noise. I had to replay that clip like 4 times. I really don't understand what she's saying. I think she's saying something, when you pick an identity, you become respected or something, which doesn't make any sense because, well, you got an identity given to you when you were born, so you're already respected. Shut up, Samsung. So you're already respected, so really what is the difference at the end of the day? There is none. When you can't pick between one or the other, boy or girl, and you want to make it so complicated, to me and a lot of people, just becomes super annoying. Because now not only when you say hello to someone, you can't go up and be like, oh hey mate, have you got the time or something, because that would be offensive, because maybe he doesn't identify as a mate. Like, nobody in their busy lives has time, well apparently they do, have time to sit there and think about what they want to be identified today. And that's another thing, it changes every other day, so what's the point?
Coming into terms with my gender queer identity has been one of the most challenging but also rewarding things that I've done.
Laverne Cox kind of famously said, misgendering a trans person is an act of violence. And it is. It's an act of psychological violence. It's a denial of somebody's personhood and a complete refusal to acknowledge their identity, whether intentional or not.
So you're telling me by making this video is violent, right? What? Because I'm literally freedom of speech, telling people how I feel about it. But it's okay if you do it, but if I do it, that's violent. Right, again, that makes no sense. I mean, you can really play this both ways. But of course, at the end of the day, it'll only be their way that's the right way. Because if you say something like this, and they don't agree with it, that's alright. If you go against something that they agree with, then that's violent. Guys, this is a big brain moment.
And so it is something that is entirely wrapped around our everyday lives. So just walking into a restaurant and hearing someone say she, like, will happen within 2 seconds of me entering, which doesn't happen about any of my other identities. They're not gonna be like, oh, you straight person, you know, like that doesn't happen. But automatically someone will make assumptions about gender which translate into pronouns, which mean that I will hear over and over again people saying something about my identity which is false.
Who the hell can be bothered walk into a restaurant, say, excuse me, before I sit you down, please may I ask for your pronouns? No. How many people are you here with? 1 or 2? Tell me and I'll fucking sit you down and get some food and shut the fuck up. I mean, it's either that or they've just got to be psychic at this point. God forbid they get it wrong. They'll be hung, drawn and quartered in about 10 years' time.
I think a lot of people associate expression with identity, and sometimes that's not the case. You know, oftentimes I'm in situations where I'm not the most safe being able to express my gender identity, and in those cases, even in those instances where I'm wearing basketball shorts or sneakers, you can't take my gender identity away from me because that's mine and not yours.
So many different options for who you are and how to define that. So when someone chooses a personal pronoun that they identify with, using that pronoun is a form of respect and a form of validation that, yes, this is your rightful identity and I will respect that.
And I know personally when I get misgendered, by strangers it's one thing, but it's especially painful when it's people who are close to you. So when my parents misgender me, it's a knife in my heart because they're the people whose opinions matter more to me than anybody else's.
And not knowing how to combat it. It is constant and it is such a prevalent part of our society that being misgendered happens countless times in a day, and that builds up really quickly, and it can really be difficult for a person to hear over and over again because it invalidates your identity over and over and over again.
Pronouns are important because they are the smallest and easiest way that you can acknowledge somebody's identity.
And I also don't like that people call them their preferred pronouns because it's also not a preference. It's who they are, you need to use those pronouns. It's literally an extension of my arm or my leg. It's just as a part of me as a vital organ. My identity, although you can't see it, still needs to be validated just as much as you would validate the fact that I have 5 fingers or 5 toes.
Okay, fine. Normally I would say it doesn't matter, they're not hurting anyone, but they are. They really are. Backing people into a corner, shaming them for not using their pronouns. I mean, what a world we live in. Anyway, boys and girls, that's it for today's video. Hope you did enjoy. If you did, mate, make sure to hit that like button. Also, guys, just to let you know, we're literally about 900 subscribers away now from 250,000. So if you could come over and subscribe to the channel, that would honestly mean a lot. Just need that final push, and make sure to hit the bell notification so you actually do subscribe. Thank you, YouTube. Anyway, boys and girls, hope you did enjoy today's video, and I'll see you all in the next one.